Hello there and good evening. Today I am going to talk a little bit about some other aspects of the Mechwarrior game. I'm going to cover first the target reticule. As you can see at the moment, it is a square with a X. The reticule itself can split into two. I have a feature on at the moment that's called
Artillery
Armlock.
Strike Online.
Armlock basically means that your arms move when the torso moves. They do not move independently to the torso. You can turn Armlock off, which will mean that the square will move independently to the X, like so. If I look up, you see how the square is separated? That means that if I was to fire my lasers at the moment, which are equipped on my arms, they will go where the square is, as so. If I was to fire my machine guns, which are equipped on the torso, they will go where the X is, like so. This is useful on other chassis where you can go left or right and the square will actually go left or right, which actually gives you more range of motion left and right as well as up and down with certain weapons, depending where you put them on your mech. A lot of people like running with that mode as standard, with it switched off so that the arms do move freely and independently of the torso. I personally prefer to keep it on because if you press the shift key on the left hand side of the keypad and keep it held down, you actually go into the arms lock off mode anyway, so you get basically, you've got the best of both worlds. As you can see there, it's moving completely separate. The next thing
Target acquired.
I'm going to talk about is jump jets. On the left hand side of the centerpiece at the bottom, you'll see there is an orange bar, not the speed bar, which is the one that's going down now, but the other one. If I press spacebar, which is the default jump jet button, like so, the bar starts to deplete.
Fuel at 25%.
You can basically jump jet for a limited amount of time on mechs that have jump jets. Now, jump jets are very useful for getting over low pieces of scenery even, and throwing off your opponent's aim.
New
if they're trying
target
to
acquired.
line you up for a shot. There's also a tactic called jump sniping, which I'll detail in a different video, which obviously jump jets are a vital part of. Jump jetting is very good, but you've got to bear one thing in mind. You can actually damage your own mech if you do not save some of your jump jet juice for landing. Now, your jump jets do replenish, as you'll have noticed the bar's gone back up to full again. Do a bit more jumping.
Fuel at 25%.
Completely depleted, and now it'll run back up again. Like I was saying, if you jump and you do not actually brace your impact, e.g. save some fuel, this happens.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
You land heavily and you take damage to your legs. In light mechs, this can be particularly bad because people tend to aim for your legs anyway, so if you go about damaging your own legs, you're actually making life a lot easier for them. So really, you want to be very, very careful about jump jetting. I, as a rule, might use half to 3/4 of my jump jet for actual thrust up and save the bottom bit, that last 25% for landing, because it slows you down. There is on the forums a guide that will tell you basically what meters per second you can fall at before sustaining damage. I know light mechs actually can fall faster and not sustain damage. The mediums, heavies, etc. take more damage for falling slower, if that makes any sense. So you've got a little bit of leeway with it, but you've just got to be very careful. This mech is equipped with ECM, as you can see. This basically shields yourself and mechs within 150 meters view from your opponent's radar. This is very, very useful for setting up assaults, in as much as you can line up, say you want to line up here, the people that want you to assault with you could gather up around you, and providing the enemy hasn't got an actual visual line of sight to you, they technically can't see you unless they've got mechs with the Beagle Active Probe on, which will detect you. Basically, Beagle Active Probe will cancel out or negate one ECM mech. So if there's two of you with ECM, they still won't see you, as providing they've only got one BAP enabled mech with them. It comes with 2 modes. Currently it's set to disrupt, which, like I say, shields you from other mechs, unless they've got the actual visual line of sight on you as such. But if you press the J key, it switches your ECM to counter mode, which basically, if you were to come face to face with another mech with ECM, and you switch your ECM to counter, as it might suggest, you counteract the opposing mech's ECM, essentially nullifying it, which will then show you on the radar that mech and any mechs it was shielding, and vice versa. You will no longer be shielded, you will now be visible on the map along with anybody that you were shielding. So it's a double-edged blade, but it can be very, very useful. And I think that is where I'm going to leave this video. I hope this has been of some use to you. Obviously I'm doing this video, and the other videos that I've done are for people who are extremely new to the game. A lot of this stuff will be pretty obvious and or self-explanatory to people who've been playing for a while or regular visitors to the forums, but not everybody is, so that's what these I've got in mind. My next one I will do about building inner sphere mechs, I believe. Yeah, let's tackle the inner sphere mechs first, my least favourites, because I'm a clanner. So we'll tackle them first, and then we'll plan ones next. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next video. Bye.